Hello students, how are you all? Today I am going to discuss about social groups, meaning, characteristics and classification through this device. My name is Shudipta and you are watching Shudipta's class. Let us have a look. See what is social group. It's working? Okay. Social groups. What it is? Students, social group is a group constituted with people. People having common name, common culture, common understanding, common ethics, common lifestyle, sharing common entities. When they come together, they share common interest, common goal, then they form a group. Social groups are that where two or more persons in interaction constitute a social group. It has common aim. In its strict sense, group is a collection of people interacting together in an orderly way on the basis of shared expectations about each other's behavior. This is known as social group. It is nothing but collection of individuals. Now the thing is that though it is a collection of individuals, but all do not form or all do not come under a same group. We know that in India we are having different culture, different thinking, opinion, understanding, lifestyle, different. So automatically we are having different kinds of groups. Different kinds of groups. Now let us have a look on characteristics of social groups. What are the characteristics? See, mutual awareness. The members of a social group must be mutually related to each other. Common interest, common goal should be there. In order to achieve that goal, people should work with each other, not work against each other. One or more common interest. Yes, it is the main characteristics of social group. Groups are mostly formed for the fulfillment of certain interests, certain goal which is common in them. And in order to fulfill that goal, two people, more than two people usually come and share common activities. Social group gives us a sense of unity, we feeling, see, sense of unity and we feeling. Here, members, they are having a we feeling, togetherness. These things are very common in social group. Family, neighbor, peer group, social organizations, school, colleges, universities, where we work as a group, we always share common thinking, common understanding, love, care, affection between them. So that is why sense of unity and we feeling is very common in social groups. Next feature, if you go, then you will see similarity of behavior. For the fulfillment of common interests, the members of a group behave in a similar way. Social group represents collective behavior. Similar pattern of behavior they usually follow. Social groups are having a particular norm, particular standard on the basis of which they react. Like different groups, they are having their own custom, tradition, ethics, value, culture. They are having all these things. And all these things signify their group norm, group standard. Now, if we go through the classification of group, we will see that though the groups are sharing common name, common entity, common goal, but there are differences among groups. Differences are there among groups. What are the differences? Let us have a look. See, there are various types of groups, but the most important groups are primary groups and secondary group. Let us have a look on those groups. Primary and secondary groups. See, primary group. Now, students, primary groups are nothing but very simple group and universal form of association. Primary groups are the nucleus of all social organization. It is a small group in which a small number of persons come into direct contact with each other. In primary group, there is a face-to-face contact, direct contact between people. People used to come, they used to share their experiences, they used to live with each other, they used to work for each other, and they share a permanent relationship till death. And the most important quality that primary group has is we feeling, very strong feeling for each other. Family can be considered a primary group. Yes, family will come under a primary group. Now let us have a look on characteristics of a primary group. Closeness or physical proximity. Primary groups share physical proximity or presence where people work for each other, face-to-face contact is there, they love to share their emotions with each other. Primary groups are always small in nature. Family is always small, divided into different small groups. Small families are there. In a joint family also there are single families inside a joint family, so the structure of family is always small. Durability. Primary group is relatively a permanent group. Yes, till death we used to live with each other in a family. Relationship is an end in itself. The primary relationship is regarded not as a means to an end, but rather an end in itself. If the person make friends for specific purpose or means, we cannot regard their friendship as genuine. But in primary group, the relationship is very genuine, very spontaneous. It comes automatically. We love each other. We share a common goal, common entity with each other. And here the relationship is very much personal. In primary group the relationship is personal. The attitude, opinion, feeling, thinking, understanding that we share with our group, that is very personal, and it is not possible for others to know it frequently. Very inclusive relationship we follow here. Now importance of primary group, if I say from individual point of view, primary group develop your thinking, understanding, opinion, your all round personality development is possible through primary group. Through primary group your individual thinking, understanding, your opinion, your feeling will be developed. You will get a chance of self expression, self identity that you can achieve through your primary group. Primary group gives you self-motivation, freedom of self-expression. From social point of view, societal point, value which help us in our social adjustment, our socialization, our social interaction, cooperation, competition, accommodation, assimilation. All these qualities learn from family first, and after learning those things we apply those things in our day-to-day life situation. So this is the impact of primary group from social point of view. Now secondary group, if we go through secondary group, what it is? Secondary group is just opposite of primary group. In secondary group, two people or more than two people, they are formally connected with each other. There is a formal relationship. They are connected with each other with an intention to fulfill a particular aim, particular goal, particular desire. That is secondary group. In secondary group there is no blood relationship, may not be a face to face connection, but all are working together for achieving a desired goal. Like you and me, we are under a secondary group. See what large people. I have created this particular class to fulfill my aim. My aim is I want you to understand the concept of primary and secondary group. I do not know who are those people watching my video. I don't know, but we are associated with each other because here the goal is common. So we are working like a team. Characteristics of secondary group, as I said that it is large in size. Yes, secondary groups are relatively very large. In comparison with primary groups, secondary groups are larger than that. And in secondary group, the relationship is very formal, not personal. Very formal, very professional. Formality. Next point is formality, as I say. Impersonality. Secondary relations are impersonal in nature. In the large scale organization, there are contacts and they may be face to face, but they are the touch and go variety. In secondary group, the relationship is indirect, but in primary group, the relationship is very direct. Cooperation is direct, but in secondary group, it is indirect. Here, Maybe they do unlike things together. When people work with each other, they do unlike things together, but they work for a common goal. Common goal. For example, I can give an example here. For example, I am teaching the subject education, and another colleague of mine, he or she is teaching another subject. I am working with my own group, own subject, in my own field. She is also working in the same area. But we are not directly cooperating with each other, but indirectly we are helping each other to develop the quality of our own college or own institution. So here the cooperation is indirect. She is working in her own field, I am working in my own field, but indirectly we are helping each other to develop the quality of our own institution. This is indirect cooperation. Here the membership is voluntary. Here we voluntarily help each other. In this particular secondary group, what happens is people, they voluntarily join the organization. One organization is there, purpose is there, everything is delivered to us, shown to us, promoted to us. Now it is our responsibility, our activity. We will have to join the organization, join the group voluntarily. It is a role. In secondary group, the status or position of individual depends on his role. What role you are playing in society, how powerful you are, what impact you are giving in society. This will decide your promotion, your improvement, your upliftment in society. Important social group is that social groups develop efficiency, your work efficiency, enthusiasm, ethics, truthfulness, honesty, responsibilities, sense of unity. All these things we will develop when we come to an social organization, work within social organization. Wider outlook. Here, as the number of members are large, objectives are heavy, big objectives. So in order to achieve those big goals, we need secondary groups only. Secondary group broadens the outlook of its members. It accommodates a large number of individuals and localities, which widens the outlook of its member. Wider opportunity. If we join secondary group, the opportunities are wider. There may be a scope of, why maybe there will be a scope of your own development, physical, mental, moral, social, economic development, psychological development. Every sort of development is possible if we work for society, work with society under a particular social group. Now I hope you are quite clear with the differences. Still, for clearing your doubt, let me discuss the differences between primary group and secondary group. What are the differences? First difference is size. Primary group, the size is smaller than secondary group. Physical proximity. In primary group, the connection is very clear, very distinct, very common, very inclusive. There is a face-to-face contact. They live together, they work for each other, always stay with each other till death. But in secondary group, the physical proximity may not be there. People, they are working under a large organization. The organization is so large that the people, they may not know each other, but for achieving a particular goal, the people are working for each other without knowing each other. That is also possible in secondary group. See, here I am doing this online class. You may not know me, I may not know you, but we both are working for own development. You are working with me, I am working with you, so that all together we can learn the particular chapter and we can enhance our own skill in a better way. Duration. Primary group exists for a longer period. Relationship in primary group are permanent. Till death, people stay here. But in secondary group, there is a question of things like there is retirement is there. You may be hired in a particular position. You may be suspended also. New people may come. People are coming. People are going. That is very common in secondary group. But in primary group, you join the group from your birth and you take exit from the group after your death. See, in primary group, the cooperation is direct. While see, and highlight here, In primary group, the position or status of a person is fixed according to his birth, age, and gender. But in secondary group, the position of a person is determined by his role. As I said, what role the person is playing in the society, how influential, how active the member is. On the basis of that, the person can get promotion for his own development. So this is all about primary and secondary group. I hope you are quite clear with the concept. Again, if I revise, I can say that primary group is a group where people having blood relationship, stay with each other, helping each other, direct contact is there, understanding each other better. While in secondary group, people, they work with each other in a more formal way, more organized way, not having any blood relationship, physical proximity is less, but still they are working for achieving a particular goal. So this is all about primary and secondary group. I hope you are liking this particular topic. I will again come with a new topic. Till then, bye bye.